Hey guys, I'm Will, and let's talk about coins.
See if I get anybody that joins me. They're all watching the main timelines, it seems. But whatever. I'm going to post this up here. Maybe I'll get a few people. Yeah, it says I'm live now. That's awesome. Anyways, I'm Will Pellish. Obviously, a lot of you know who I am. I'm not here to yell and scream, but if you really want to hear me yell and scream, that's fine. Um, does anybody know the difference between Does anybody know about the weakness in walking Liberty half dollars? That's the question I'm going to have to ask. What the weakness in strikes, and how some years were worse than others? How many of you guys know this? How many? How many could tell me the answer? We're talking about walking Liberty half dollars because I've got two of them up there right now that are absolutely stunning. These walking Liberty half dollars, and they are weak strikes. They were infamous. Walking Liberty half dollars were infamous for weak strikes. No doubt in my mind. As I've learned that time and time again. There are two types of coins that I will never have a problem with as far as grading. And one of them is the Walking Liberty half dollar. The other one is a Morgan dollar. Now, there's several reasons why I know this, or this is my common thing. Oh, by the way, this is a 98p. It'll go up later. I'm holding it upside down, ain't I? Just saying. Maybe I should do one of those live auctions. Hey, why not? Hey, so right here, right now, why not? We'll give this a shot. So I've got a 1898 Morgan silver dollar. I am taking bids on it. Why not? Okay. If you're watching and you want to watch this, we'll do this just like this. This is a BU coin, no joke. I'm taking bids at this. I'm starting out at $35. Okay? Just put your name in the comments below if you want to buy it right now. $35. Oh yeah, plus shipping. See, nobody wants to play that game. That seems boring. I tried to put it up at $35, but no. Well, hey, look, I get to pop it open now. Anyway, long and short, Walking Liberty half dollars, auctions. I've got plenty of stuff going up. Obviously, I'm Will Pellish, and people are like, "Oh, he dropped in and talk about coins." Yeah, we're talking about coins. Want to try it one more time? Anybody? Here. I'll sell this at the starting bid right now at $35. $35. It is a nice 98p uncirculated Morgan. Probably grade 63 or 64. If you want it 60, starting bid $35. Just put 35 down there and we'll start the bid. We'll do the live auction, why not? But here, let me set that up there so you can think about it for a minute while we're talking. If you got questions about this, you might as well ask me now. That's the best way to go about it. Here, sorry guys. There. Maybe I should get my little thing out here, you know. Hey, let's see live auctions. Live auctions, guys. I might do one of these in the next couple of weeks, a live auction. It's just the way it is. Anyways, yeah, if you want to buy this, you know, put a comment down here below. I'm taking bids starting at $35. That's the starting bid. If you really, hang on a second. I wrote an article about something. So weak. Oh no, it was wrong. Yeah, guys like that. Hang on. I have to. My mind kind of gets way of me here. Oh, all right. No. Oh wow, I didn't know there was a whole thing there. Anyway, Yeah, $35 right now. Hey, man, come on. We gotta buy the coin. Just kidding. If you want it, though, get a hold of me. I'm gonna put it up later anyway. As I was talking about Walking Liberty half dollars, okay? The contents of Walking Liberty half dollars are, it's obviously 9% silver, but what we have is a lot of them for like a lot of different things about Walking Liberty half dollars. Like the key dates are kind of obvious: 1916 P, D, and S, the 21 P, D, and S, and the 38D. The lowest mintage out of all of them was the 21D, and the highest mintage out of all of the Walking Liberty half dollars was the 43P at 53,190,000. So you got to ask yourself, how many of these were, struck weekly? Week. Quite a few is the answer. And the dies weren't done up real well. There's a lot of things that are going on with that. I mean, if you got a proof, then, you get that. But most of the time in a Walking Liberty half dollar, and I'll use that 45 that I have most of the time, not all the time, in Walking Liberty half dollars, you always have that weakness in that leg. You can see how this here, the breast feathers are kind of weak a little bit too. You will see that all the time. Okay? No doubt in my mind, I've seen it more times than not than you have a 64 or even in some cases 8 MS65 coins. That's also why, see that hand where she stops right there, starts coming here? You can see that. The dies were just horrible. Whoever did the dies did not know what they were doing. Or did. But the hand is not a full hand. If you got a full hand on a Walking Liberty half dollar, you got an MS68. I'm telling you. She carries the wreath just right. You got to have the details. Here, let me grab something, and we'll talk about some more about this, because obviously this is the topic of the day. Walking Liberty half dollars. Trying to find what I'm looking for, if it's up there. Oh, no, that's all about Morgan's. Trying to jolt my brain here. Well, the bottom line, they were struck weak. I mean, in some of these days, weak strikes. So put weak strikes. I'm going to do it up here. Weak strikes. Let me find my article. Walking. No. I know it's kind of ill-prepared a bit. So, there's several articles out here, and the one that I like to refer to the most when talking about Walking Liberty half dollars is this. And you can look it up. AU or weak strike. Okay? So, this gentleman even asked the question. He says, so he's wondering if the strike in the coin is just caused by, is this weak causing a loss of detail, or the dress in Liberty's head is mostly worn, right? Sorry he couldn't provide pictures. Maybe someone has knowledge about the weak strike to where the lines in the dress and the head lack detail in some light situation. Yeah, because the head and the dress do have the details. Yeah. This guy here, MS60. Yeah. See, he's talking, these guys are talking about, they're not real clear. And the point of the matter is that, here, this is a good one. It talks a little bit about grading Walking Liberty half dollars. So let me read this off to you. Grading Walking Liberty half dollars is a skill that has taken even the best collectors many years of experience to perfect. Okay? Remember that coin grading is an expression of an opinion that describes the condition of an individual coin that most collectors and dealers would agree upon. This is true on any coin. It's especially true if you're looking at some Morgans like the New Orleans strikes, where there are weak strikes and light die stage strikes, and a lot of that happens with the Walking Liberty half dollar as well. And of course, they remind you grading is subjective. It's not exact science. There's no formulas, right? But Walking Liberty half hours, obviously are made of 90% silver, 10% copper. Now, I'm going to tell you about the high points on Walking Liberty half hours, because if I can do this, as I refer over to my material. Okay, you see where I'll say it this way, you see where her tit is there? See the line go straight down, right to the lines of the dress. The guy was talking about the details and the hand and all that. That is the high point right there. Those are the high points in the coins. That's where you want to look the most. If that first boob looks extremely flat, and it looks like there's wear there, like it's been rubbed down, which this doesn't really have a whole lot of that, but it could be passed out, and the dress lines, the details on the dress lines are missing. As compared to, let me see if I've got something else here. Let me grab this one and see what I can do with that. Here's another one. She's got a full boob. See the dress lines? See the lines there? You can see the skirt lines in there. It's a weak strike. And this is, I do believe, a 43P. Yeah, this is the one that had the most minted out of all of them. At 45. If you're looking like short set walkers from 41 to 43, 41 to 47, that is an abbreviated set. People did that because they didn't want to collect all of them, but they wanted some of them for that type of coin. Okay, that's the biggest deal. So, as I was talking about here, if I could get a pen, it's probably a little easier. So, yeah. See how through here it looks a little flat, and if I compare it to the other one, see there's no lines in where the dress would fold or the skirts would fold. That's what you're looking at. The hand is a weakly struck hand. Okay, this one is up for auction. And this here, okay, that does not mean it's an AU coin. This has obvious luster around all the coin. It's no doubt about it. Now, the next spot, if you go to the reverse and you're looking at Walking Liberty half dollars, the high points are right up here. Yes, right below the neck, right? Can you see any of the feathers being made out there? I can. I can't even with this coin. So here's a high point right there. There's one. It goes into here, okay? What's the breast doing? Now the leg, you have a lot of flatness in the leg in a lot of these. I've seen MS67s with flatness where there's no detail in this leg and it's weak right here. It's because the dye's deteriorated so much. It was ridiculous. The next high point, okay, is over the wing here on the reverse. Over the wing. Does that look dull? Does it not look dull? What do we have here? Okay, that looks pretty bold to me. You can see some of the detail pretty well there. You know, right over here. You can see some of the lines still in there as far as that's concerned. But the dye killed it, okay? The dye on this was just deteriorated. It was crap. They didn't do a really good job on the dyes for the Walking Liberty half dollars. Let me grab a 43 here real quick again. And let me see them shop and compare, okay? So, this is the 43. Alright, can you see? You still have some lines in here, right? This is what I'm going to call a slider. The neck through here, it seems a little flat. The P's were struck a little bit better. But you have some of it's still kind of weak. It looks like it's a little rub on the reverse there. See a little bit, but you still have some of the detail. And of course, the leg still got a lot of stuff, but the leg is the least thing that they look at. This leg right here is, if that's struck bold, you're good to go. But right up here and right out here, if you can see detail, see there. Not sure if you can see detail on that, you're fine. I would probably say this one would be an AU58. Because it's still got a lot of luster left on it. And now when I go back to the front on this one here, you can see that her boob is not completely flat. Her breast is not completely flat. And this is struck a little bit better in that 45. The P's were usually struck a little bit better. But the dyes, most of them just deteriorated to crap. I mean, the best determination is if there's any friction or wear on the high points. This will tell you if it's an AU or a BU coin. Okay, guys? High points, okay, you can tilt it, you know, it gives you examples here. It says, hold it underneath a desk lamp. G. Right? Hold it underneath the desk lamp, okay, and tilt it from side to side. The light will appear to dance off the surface where the mint luster is, undisturbed. Okay, so let's dance it around. Can you see a cartwheel? Can you see luster on this coin? I can. I mean, I'm not saying it's a high grade walker, but most BU walkers, right? See, can you see that cartwheel there? I'm still seeing there's luster in that coin still. Okay, there is luster. It says dance it side to side. Oops, sorry guys. Maybe it's up too close. Side to side. You can still see there's a cartwheel in that. Okay, walking liberties are the easiest to find as far as detecting if there's still luster left there, if there's anything at all. Now, I mean, a good idea here is, I mean, the best way to determine it is, like, it's a friction aware on the high points. We've already discussed the high points on this. High points being through the dress line on up to the boob. Okay, and then on the reverse, the breast feather, over here the wing, right here the breast. You can see there's detail still there. Okay, if you don't see any of this stuff, and there's none whatsoever, none. There's no luster left in the coin. It's not bright in any manner. Then it's probably you should probably classify it as a circulated coin. I will give you a good example here. Okay. So, what you have, for like an AU55, for example, right? The obverse shows slight trace of wear. Well, that's funny because they all are weakly struck. So, wear, this is misleading. It shows there's no wear in this coin, but it's, people are talking about how slight trace of wear. I mean, this would definitely be flatter. You could see that it would be flatter. Now, you wouldn't even see the line underneath the first breast there. Okay, there would be nothing left if there was an AU55. It's still got some decent detail here. Okay, and they're talking about slight trace of wear, and I'm talking about this is slight trace of wear on high points of the coin. On the reverse, and this is what kills it, right? It says on the reverse, slight trace of wear. I've gotten the notes here. Slight trace of wear visible on the eagle's left leg. Okay, there's the left one. Okay, on up through the breast. Well, I still see detail. It's not flat, but again, we're talking about weak struck coins. The majority of the mint luster is still present. Do you still see the mint luster in this one? This is a 43. Now let's take that 45 that's up for sale that I have in the listing. Do you see a lot of detail in there? We're talking about through here. No, because it's a weakly struck coin. That's the problem. San Francisco didn't strike good coins in these. Denver didn't strike good coins in these. So, you get the slight trace. This is a grading tip. It's a free grading tip here. It says slight trace wear is visible on the eagle's left leg and on the upper breast. The majority of the mint luster is still present. Well, how do you say that that's that would be an AU55 coin? This is definitely not an AU55 coin. That's bright and kicking ass. I'd send that off. Thing is that I can't keep everything and I can't afford to send everything off all the time. But that's on that 45S. And you can see it. That's smoking. If I put this 43P back up here again, can you tell the difference? Is this an AU coin? It's still got the luster, doesn't it? Still got detail, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Isn't that funny? Hang on. I'm getting too close. It's still got luster. So, that's stupid about that. It makes no sense. They try to tell you there's no trace wear from circulation exists on an MS63 coin. Okay. Mint luster is complete, but shows minor impairments, many bag or contact marks. That's a lot of things that are out there. That's a 63. It's a standard definition by any means whatsoever. I mean, what do you want? Just saying. I mean, this doesn't tell you this doesn't tell you what you really want to know all the time. I mean, they give you in the books they give you a lot of answers, a lot of things, and I would like to use the references and the points that they point out because it's easier and it allows me to follow some sort of how would you say more true definition. Definition would work out great. But, I mean, if I break this up, now this is what's funny because you're going to like this. And I'm gonna set this up here for you guys real quick. All right? So, I've got to turn this on. First of all, that's always fun. And we're going to turn this thing on the other way and we're going to go around the other way. So, bear with me here. Alright, yeah, you're thinking, what the hell is he doing? I'm going to do something that you don't normally do. If we can get this thing to work the way I want it. Nope, we're close though. Damn this. You know, it's doing it off that plastic and it's killing me. There we go. There's the yes right there. That's what I want to look at. See, there's some kind of strange die breaks in there and stuff. Or, not die breaks. That's not the right word. The phrase I'm looking for. That's just something else. Because it... Here, let me see if I can get this out of here real quick, guys. Hang on. Here, I'm going to try and get this out of here real quick for you. See, I didn't really want to take it out, but I'm going to take it out today, as far as that's concerned. These are not hard to crack open at all. They just pop apart, so it's not like a big, huge deal. But I will keep it in the little holder so that we can at least get better up on this thing here. You know what I'm saying? So this way you can see what we're talking about. This 45 is something else, though. Okay, let me get up on here if I can. Yeah, there's a lot. It's a lot clearer now. You can see that. See how those you can see die polish marks there, right? This almost looks like an SL Veras, almost, because of the way it was struck. But you can see the raised marks there. Those are die polish marks. Okay, so here's the head, and there's the breast. See, and they were talking about going straight down, right? See, there's nothing on that leg. But it's just the way it was struck. San Francisco and Denver, even Philadelphia, these coins were not struck really well. But you can see the detail on that. That's something else. Same thing here. Okay. You can see the detail there on the two boobs? Right off the top of the bat. Okay. That's not wear. It's the way the die hit it. She definitely has a full head there. It's weak. You can tell it's definitely weak around the nose and so on and so forth. But that's... The hand is always going to be a weak spot in a Walking Liberty half dollar. Always. If you get a full hand in there, you have an MS-68 coin. The finger's always missing. So if you follow that down like you're supposed to, from the lines, where the hell's her hand at? You follow that down, you can see that a lot of the lines and so on are missing on that one. Let me set this one off to the side. Now use the 43, and I don't care so much about this, but if you look at the 43, alright, same detail, right? Breasts are both there. Okay, let's go over here. It's baggy. You can see where the die polish marks are, where they're raised, but that's not necessarily needed to worry about. Her hand is not full. This was stuffed in somebody's pocket, you can tell, at one time. It's not uncirculated. It's not almost uncirculated. It is circulated. It's a slider. But you can see where, look, we're talking about, literally, it talks about, the slight, the luster's still there, but the details are missing. Why are the details missing on this? And that was the simplest answer in the whole wide world. It was literally, the die deterioration, it was literally the problem here every time. Let's see here. I mean, one of my more favorite ones is the good solid strike is you're going to know there's probably a double die reverse on a coin like that. If you can get big, bright, bold strikes, I mean bold, rock solid. 46 is known for that in the double die reverse. We all know that the Walking Liberty half dollar was created by Weinman because Weinman's design also went onto the Silver Eagle later on. We also know that this replaced the Barber half dollar, okay, prior to that. It did take several revisions so that this particular half dollar, right here, I'll lift it up here again. We'll do it this way. This one right here, if you can see it. Okay, I'm going to put that back together real quick while we're talking. There. Back in the holder, coin wasn't harmed, right? You know that this one, any of the smaller stuff, Franklin half dollars were the same way. You couldn't get full bell lines in those. But these little bad boys right here were even worse. If you can find something that looks like it still has some luster, ask for a video in an auction or a listing or whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to go back to being sarcastic a bit now for a minute because that's what I get to do. Because it's me. Right? Here. It's up for sale. It'll be up to sale. I'm putting it up later, but, just so you guys want to know, it is a 98p. It is uncirculated. You can automatically see here in the Morgans. You see the cartwheel right there. 2 points. The high, bright points. This works out the same way for the Walking Liberty half dollars. This is it. You can see cartwheel. If I move this way like that, cartwheel. That's not the plastic in the holder. Okay, Philadelphia's were always good, struck well, weren't they? But you got to think about it. If this is something you're interested in with Walking Liberty half dollars, your best bet is to try and go to a coin show or find somebody that has some in a holder, NGC, PCGS, Annex. Notice I didn't say ICG until now. ICG they're good for some things, but I don't necessarily think that they're great with it when it comes to grading Walking Liberty half dollars. Okay, so getting back to my point, because of the revisions, problem encountered several weeks of typical weak strike on the high points and the design elements. You're just talking about that Walking Liberty half dollars, right? The obverse details and the obverse facial details and the hand-holding branch are typically weak. I've shown you that today. And that line straight down from the head all the way down to right smack down on the lines there, right? Okay. The reason being is the hand is directly in line with the high points of the Eagles. This is funny. It's almost like I say it was struck through. The hand is directly in line with the high points of the Eagle's breast and leg on the reverse. Wow, we were talking about that a minute ago, which is also typically weakly struck or the first place to wear. So, if you find those high points and you go back in the video here after a while and you look at the Walking Liberty half dollar and you follow that line and you take the breast feathers at the top, right up around the head and off to the side where the wing is at, okay, then you will have an idea, is that good to go or is that not good to go? Okay, I can read my notes. Anybody can find a lot of this stuff. It's not hard, okay? But I am going to say it like everybody else. Coin grading is subjective. Okay, it's just an opinion. So one guy could see one thing or another. I've proven that this week. Actually, T.G. Braithwaite, however you want to say it. Sorry, I don't mean to insult you. He sent a coin to me. I sent to NGC. It was a Morgan, of course, but we're talking about Walking Liberty half dollars. I thought the coin wouldn't be more than a 64. He said it's a 65. Third party opinion, it came out MS67. Ain't that something else? MS67. So the coin had to be upgraded into the early bird tier, and they had to charge me more, which eventually he's going to have to pay more, or either he has paid his bill, so we're good with that. Getting back to the Walking Liberty half dollar. So remember, grading is subjective. It's an opinion. Not everyone's going to have the same opinion. And so we're going to talk about circulated Walking Liberty half dollars, right? And very good, okay? If you're going to find a Walking Liberty half dollar, for example, a 1916 D with the mint mark on the 1916 D, if I remember correctly, you could find one on the reverse and the obverse. The one you want is on the obverse. That is the better date. Okay, and if you find one in very good, okay, it's obviously well worn and the rims are well defined. Okay, meaning, let me show you real quick. I'll grab one. Okay, this one's also for auction. I don't have a Walking Liberty circulated, but you can see, shit. Let me get my pen real quick. You can see how the rim still stands up, right? It's going to be flat. If it's going to be a circulated example, this is not a circulated example. It's going to have that wear, where it's been worn down, but you're going to be able to clearly define it in a very good, like a VG10, okay, if you were doing that. So this is what's going on with that. I mean, it goes, talks about the skirt lines. Everybody talks about the skirt lines, drapery visible and left visible. Okay. The drapery across the body is partially visible. Okay, so the lines, some of them on a VG coin would still be there. For an uncirculated coin, again, we're going to go back to that because I can grab this 43 and do this real quick. Oh, her head. No. Damn that light. Hang on, let me see if I can block that out a bit. Let me see if I can bring it in. There we go. It's gonna have a lot more detail. I mean, again, we're talking about S coins for Walking Liberty half dollars. You can see this ear is barely there, but it's there. Right down the line, right? Hand. It's like they're saying they were struck through on both sides. It's like the damn dies pushed too much pressure on them. But go through here. And if you're looking for one like 1916D and you're looking for, a VG because you don't have a lot of money, some of the lines, the skirt lines, will be there. Some of them. Not all of them. Most of it will be gone. I mean, the stuff that you're going to see for skirt lines is going to be more back along here towards the sun, to give you an example. And then if you go in the reverse, about a third of the breast feathers would be available. So mostly you'd be out here looking through here. A third, not breast feathers. One third of the feathers will be available. So if you go out here, you'll see some detail left and through here on a circulated walker. On this one, which is not circulated, it is not more than a 61 or 62, and it is an S. Like I said, you're not going to get the right there, bam, because if you flip that over, it's where that hand is, right there, just like it said. This is what that's all about with Walking Liberty half dollars. I mean, there's tons and tons of stuff. I borrowed some of the stuff for help me, a reminder. I'm going to post this here up in about 2 seconds here for you guys to go through. And you can read the examples and how to grade a Walking Liberty half dollar. Okay? I'm going to do that for you because, well, it's only appropriate that I do. Alright? I'm going to download this video later, though. And I'm going to put it up on my YouTube channel as we try to talk about it a little bit more. My suggestion, as always, and if I knew where in the hell it was, which I don't, I'm missing things around here right now. And whose fault is it? Mine. Get an American Numismatic Grading Standards book. Get one. Get one now. Do it up. It would be so useful and beneficial to you. I promise it'd be useful and beneficial to you. Okay? So, let me paste this in the comments real quick, and then if it'll let me. I'm multitasking. Sorry, guys. As always, I try to be reasonable. But here, let me stick that in there for you, and then I'm gonna pin that up. Okay, and 3, 2, 1. It should appear in the mobile chat. All right, right there. It gives you a good idea. Oops, sorry, that was the wrong one. I'll have to take that one out. Here, that other one I don't want it. This is the one I want. All right, that one there will give you a good idea on how to grade Walking Liberty half dollars. You can always refer back to this video. I gotta delete a comment out. And you're good to go, folks. So let me see what happens here. Hi. Got any questions or anything, put them down in the comments below. Alright? But I'll save this for later. And I'll let you guys take a poke at it if you want. But that's my basic quick thing. Oh, I almost forgot one more thing. A little side note here. When it's an AU coin, the coins will have the slightest wear or abrasion on the breast feather and the breast of the eagle. Okay? And breast of the on Liberty. Okay? Let me show you. If I can get in here. Let me rewind it. See, these coins will have the slightest wear abrasion on the breast of Liberty and on the breast of the eagle for an AU coin. One thing to note about AU walkers is they appear to have been lightly dipped. Okay? Remember that. As a result, they have lost the luster that you would find on uncirculated coins. Okay? If they don't have any luster, if there's no cartwheel there, you don't have anything. If there's no trace of a cartwheel whatsoever, you have squat. And a good collector can tell you when a coin's been dipped anyways, as far as it's concerned. Again, remember, the focus of grading on the obverse are the hairlines above the temple, okay, and the right arm. The left breast, which we've talked about here. Let me go back here again. This is a BU coin. Okay, let me get in the light here a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. They're talking about, oh, there we go. See, now you can see the left breast a little better. If I get up on here, I can really get it for you. That left breast isn't going to be strong and bold. It's going to be flat. It's going to be weak. Okay? So, remember that. All right? Just talk about the temple, like this here. We can almost make out an ear. Again, it's kind of weak. If I could get a better angle on this, I think I might be able to help you. Yeah, see, she's kind of weak in here, even the strike of the head. It looks like there's nothing there. Like the cap is, the top of the cap's always there, but that's missing, big time. Of course, you're going back to the reverse being, the high points of the head and the breast, the legs, and the wings. All right. So I hope this helped you out today, so that you could better understand how to grade Walking Liberty half dollars. I know I'm not 100% on how I want to explain things. I do refer back to magazines, books, websites. I always have to get my information because I have learned so much. Sometimes it's hard to remember everything. When I look at it, I see it. When I don't see it, okay, probably I'm going to toss it in the box someplace or something like that. That's just how it goes, boys and girls. I don't really have a lot else to say. So on that note, folks, you guys have a great day. I hope that you come on out, check out some stuff. help me support you by supporting me, of course. I'm not trying to be greedy. I'm here to, get good quality stuff for you. But if I'm not able to get anything good, then I have to put the junk up. And I hate putting the junk up because it's a complete waste of my time and yours. Nobody wants to see junk. Like, for instance... Oh, well, I don't care about that. For instance, right now, this is a 3/4 of a roll of a 1960D small date Lincoln Cents. They're really nice, except for the fact that some of them are starting to turn black or brown, and I'm not going to put a bunch of those up there for you guys. It's just not worth my time and your time to be monkeying with that. Now, on the other hand, what's Chet here sending me stuff? I'm sorry, guys. On the other hand, I do believe these are 56Ds. Now, these are nice. That's almost a full roll of those. Now, I would put a few of those up, just for giggles, folks. Outside of that, I hope you have a great day, and thanks for watching. See ya.